How we doing today, man? Um, Winning day technically, so good. Then I have a losing day, but it wasn't really a good day. I really had a hard time accepting the risk I was putting on my trades, so I made the decision to just lock my account today. You know, Part of me would want to keep trading, but after my last trade, when I was just again not accepting the risk, got out a little early. And yeah, we ended the day at $30 positive, which isn't bad, but it's not good, right? It's not like a winning day. It's just kind of like a break-even day. But I had these data lows as a target all morning because I wanted to see either data high or data low. Right here, we have the 8:30 news candle. We had this unfilled 4 hour that's been a target for a long time. I posted on my Twitter, Diego B Trades. I said that if we didn't see this high and this 4 hour, I would have quit trading forever. Obviously, it was a joke, but I really expected to see that high. So after that was taken, I was bearish because we were in a 4 hour. Of course, it doesn't want to load. We were in a 1 hour. This is also 4 hour. I don't know why it's not loading. Just got to take my word for it, I guess. A 4 hour gap right here that didn't have a wick, which is another reason why I was really bearish on it. And then now we're about to take this data low. So I'll go over the price delivery here. It was really, really good, except for just was slow and a little bit, just slow. The price delivery was just slow today towards the data lows. After that gets taken, right, we could continue lower to these relative equal lows, but I would be done for the day after these data lows, as that's my main objective. But today was pretty clean, right in the macros delivered to the low, which is also another thing to keep in note. But where was my first trade? My first trade mechanically wasn't bad, but it was just not something I want to continue taking, that I try and avoid taking. We were delivering from this 1 minute gap, and then we got a inversion right here. I got in the trade, and I closed it relatively early just because I didn't really want to lose. I didn't like this trade. I reviewed it. I'm like, okay, I'm bearish. We put in an SMT here. I was like, well, I'm bearish. This is a bad trade. Let me get out. Took a small loss there. Then, right at the next 10 a.m. candle opened, I was bearish at this point because I was still bearish on the overall, right? Because the 4 hour taking out the high. Wanting to see us rebalance after this big move up. So we put in SMT. We had this order block that we were rejecting. We had a change in state delivery right here that we actually ended up respecting, right? We have the candles up, close below the up close candles. We had this inversion. I got in on this candle, and I went break even at this low, but I actually trailed my stop and it ended up getting me out for a little small gain. So I can pull up both those. I'm just gonna do the executions here and not go pull up the videos of those two because they're kind of just straightforward. Like right here, got in, got out, sold here, and covered here. Again, just really quick, back and forth. These were the first two trades, and at this point, I'm pretty much just break even on the day. I mean, I'm still pretty much break even. But after that, what did I do? I was patient. I was waiting. I didn't know if we were going to keep going higher. I didn't even consider taking a long here because this just didn't make sense to me. And ES, if we look at ES was a little bit tricky because we left the data highs on the 4 hour, right? We left the data highs right there. So that was one thing I was keeping in mind, that we left that. But we already taken out NQ, so it was an bearish SMT. And I was like, cool, what are we going to do here? We never even reswept this high. We put in equal highs, and then we started just kind of chopping. And at this point, we had these equal lows right here. I wasn't quite sure what the market was going to do. So what does the market do? We end up selling off. We still had the SMT. We were still holding this order block right here. The change in state delivery. We sell all the way off again, and we get a 5 minute fair value gap right here. That's why this is marked out here. This 5 minute gap. What do I see in the 5 minute gap? Well, I don't know, right? We took out this low. We had inversed this last 5 minute gap right here. We had inversed it right there, right down here. We rebalance up to equilibrium of this fair value gap. Then what am I waiting for to take a trade? I don't know if we're going to keep going higher or what because we just tagged this low here and we had a bullish reaction. I wanted to see something, right? What do we get here? We get a change in state delivery out of the 5 minutes. So we have this up close candles that sweep this high into consequent encroachment. We get a change in state delivery here by closing below right here. We pull back up to a 1 minute fair value, got bearish. So again, I'm not going short yet. And we inverse this 1 minute gap right here perfectly. So that was my last entry. And yeah, and we end up putting our stop either here or here. We could have put it right above the order block. And as you can see, I mean, it hasn't delivered yet, but it probably will. It probably will, and I would definitely be at break even at this point. I was gonna go break even at this low. ES ended up taking it a little bit sooner. It ended up taking it at not 10:55. So if we look at 10:55 right here, it's actually this candle that we enter off of. It comes down and doesn't take it out. So at that point, I started just getting a little bit second guessing myself, which I shouldn't do. But I started second guessing myself because of that SMT. It's really not an SMT that's too important. So I'll kind of pull up the video now. When we got that SMT, again, like I said, I was just second guessing myself. It wasn't something I should do, but when we made the SMT where my would have gotten break even, I was just a little bit hesitant, and I didn't really want to lose. So we got in the trade, risking about $55, which is really good risk. We were targeting about 100. I went to break even really soon because ES, like I said, had taken out that low. And again, I just wasn't accepting risk. That's something today that I was noticing a lot in my trading, which was just being really fearful in the trades, not really confident. A lot of times that happens to me on weekends, coming back from a weekend. I feel like I just have a little bit less confidence due to, not trading over the weekend, right? You can be a little bit out of the rhythm. But yeah, I was at break even. At this point, ES had made the SMT, so I was just a little bit skeptical. And we hold, and then we end up just, when we see this candle print, I move my stop here in profit because I just want to see us continue the flush. And we kind of just manage it like that for a while until it gets us, and we end up making just a little bit there, like 17 on that one plus a 7, right? It ends up stopping us out. And I just go ahead and lock the account. I was really happy. This is the best thing I did today, which was going in and just locking the account. Why did I do that? Well, because I was recognizing I was trading with emotions. This is a paper account you see me enter on. But again, I was recognizing my emotions, and then the rest of this trade is irrelevant because it's just on paper. I was recognizing my emotions and the fact that the market really wasn't super efficient today. What do I mean by that? Well, we had a big move up, move down, snake up, snake down, snake up, snake down, come up, right? Pretty choppy, even though we can make context here. This is a really nice model inside of this. But again, we leave the data low and we're starting the reverse. So it's kind of, not really the greatest thing. But the overall, right, the overall narrative was good. The overall ideas were good. The SMT, the order block here that we rejected, the time, right? I waited for the macro here. I waited for the macro here. Overall, it was a pretty good trading day, but I just wasn't mentally in the right place to trade. I recognized that after the last trade, and since, the trade was over, I wasn't in trade, I made the decision that, hey, I'm just going to get out of the trade. There's no need for me to just continue putting on risk on a day where I'm clearly not mentally trading well, right? We just rebounced to this 1 minute gap right here, and now we're going to sell off to the data low. So this is a really nice model. That's why I took this trade. The reason I took this trade is because I knew that if I was willing to lose on this trade because it was such a good model, but again, I didn't reflect that with the way I held my trade. I was clearly not willing to lose by how I managed the trade, but the model was great. I just started to second guess myself a little bit too much, which is something that, happens, right? You just have to learn from it. You have to identify, okay, why was I nervous? Well, because the price action was a little bit choppy. We weren't really too efficient. A little bit later in the day, and look at this again. I would be, pretty nervous right now, and I would almost have to be a break even at this point. I don't really know why I would keep risk on the table when we get this close. And that's cool, man. That's how the day went. It's not frustrating, right? My rule now is to stay positive no matter what. And I'm happy with the trade. I'm happy with the entry. I'm happy with being patient. It was a good trade. It was a break even trade at worst case. Best case, it could maybe win. And again, like I said, I'm very happy with the decision I made to lock my account because, it's easier to do when you're a little bit green, but it's not the easiest thing to do when it's easy to fall into the trap of just continuously trading, trying to make money, trying to, get closer to profit targets or drawdown or whatever the case is, right? We want to make money. We want to sit here and trade. We want to push buttons. And I recognized I was trading poorly, and I just took myself out of harm's way, which is something I have to continue to just keep getting better at and recognize live time. Would I have been able to do that if I lost that last trade? That's another question, right? That's something, again, I would have to face and get better at. Personally, maybe not, right? Maybe I would have still been looking for trades, right? I don't know, but that's not what happened, and we can't just sit here and be worried about something that didn't happen. But that's, again, something I have to remind myself. If I were to have lost that last trade, I would still need to have logged my account because I was still not trading with proper emotions. So it looks like this trade's going to be break even because, again, I wouldn't leave a stop. At this point, you could maybe wait, but then when we re-break the low with momentum and we don't take the data low, you probably just have to bite the bullet there and go break even. So about a second away from break even. But wow, that'd be crazy. Well, it doesn't really matter regardless. I probably would have been stopped at break even because I always move my stop like a point or two in profit, which we would have been stopped at break even here, let's be honest. But that was the review for the day. And then what on the delivery here, we also had this. After we got this 1 minute inversion, we had displacement. We traded back up to this 5 minute gap right here in the macro again. Put in a wick on this candle that didn't have a wick right here on this 5 minute. Put in the wick, and then rejected it. We just couldn't get all the way lower, I guess. But the price delivery was very, very clean on that move and the 11 o'clock macro. Again, equilibrium of this move down. Very, very nice day overall in terms of market. A little bit harder to navigate, a little bit slower price action, but really, 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 really good day of learning, good day of watching price, getting better. That's all you can do, right? That's all you can do is show up and experience the charts, experience price action, experience Peter Ray, see how they interact, and just continuously try and work on your psychology, right? Every single day. So even though today wasn't the best day for me mentally wise, it was a pretty big win in terms of just stepping away and recognizing it and really being patient for my setups. I really was patient with my setups today. This setup here wasn't the greatest setup because it was kind of two fair value gaps and it was kind of, momentum play, but wasn't a bad one. It was in the macro, waited for it, had context, right? I was figuring out the higher time frame narrative, all that. This trade here, I would hope to avoid in the future. Wasn't a good trade. Was very unnecessary. And this trade here is perfect. This is an A+ model for me. I wouldn't, maybe not A+, but this is an A model for sure. It's not like the greatest model I've ever seen, but everything's there, right? Change of state delivery, 5 minute higher time frame gap, data lows, inversion, 1 minute inversion, create an order block as well, fair value gap retrace. A very, very, very solid trade. And that trade would be a break-even one. It would never hit data lows. Let's see if ES did. ES did not. And I kind of expect price to be a little bit choppy until 12:30 today, is what I would expect right after lunch, or maybe, around 12. Who knows? 11:30 could speed us up. I don't know, but I'm not, again, going to trade it, obviously. So that was my recap. That's my recap for today's price action. Yeah, I mean, again, I can't really say anything else. Obviously, I didn't trade well mentally, but it's fine, right? This is technically our third day in a row winning, right? A lot of you guys, or not a lot of you guys, but just some of the brain dead people that leave comments on my videos. Someone was saying why, or they were like, on Friday when I made money and I had a nice trade and I held to my take profit and I had over a 1-to-1 risk to reward, right? People were saying, hey, why didn't you make more than you lose? Newsflash, buddy. Newsflash for you here. I want to kind of explain something to you, right? I took 3 trades today. What if they all lost, right? Let's say we just took a bunch of trades here. Okay, we took a short there, lost, boom. Took a short here, lost. Took a short here, lost. That would be 3 losing trades, right? 3 losses. All right, cool. So let's keep that in mind, 3 losses. Let's say in the next day I come in and I take a long and I get a win. I'm done for the day. We took a great trade, cool, data high, boom. I'm done for the day. That's why I have bigger losing days than winning days. is because sometimes I overtrade, sometimes I take bad setups, sometimes I risk too much, sometimes I break my rules. Wow, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Sometimes a guy that's trying to get better at trading breaks his rules and takes too many losses, or just loses a few trades in a row. Oh my gosh. So of course his losing days are going to be bigger than his winning sometimes. I'm also trading one micro. I also was trading multiple micros when I was taking the $200 losing days all the time, right? It is not rocket science. So all the people that are saying you're never going to get better, you're just gambling, or like these aren't winning days if they're not over 150, you need to hold your take profit further. You are dumb. I'm so sorry, you are dumb. But, the trade I took on Friday, I literally was risking like $50, made like 90, right? It's not a 2R, but you don't need 2Rs, right? This is not a competition, right? It's trading. 1-to-1 R is all you need. Anything beyond that's a bonus. And yeah, I've had more losing days than winning days because I've just been on a losing streak. I've been mentally trading bad. I've been making mistakes. That happens. So just wanted to talk about that because there's so many just actually brain dead imbeciles that watch these videos, and it makes sense, right? There's just a lot of unintelligent people, but that's just a few people. That's like 2 or 3 people. The majority of you guys are smart enough to understand like how things work, but I just want to kind of mention that because it's just, I see the comment every single time, and I'll see it today, even though I'm literally saying today's not like a winning day, it just happens to be green. People are going to say, this is not a winning day. Like, I know, right? I know. So, everyone's like the Sherlock Holmes of trading and like the detective, and they can like figure everything out. And like, I had someone comment too. They said like, you never show your executions. First of all, I don't show them because I just show you guys all my trades on the videos and stuff if you just watch the video. And also too, it's like, why would I be like, I'll have a losing day and they're like, you don't even show your executions. And it's like, dude, you can literally see like right here, I made money or lost. Like I'm trading one micro, like I'm really not finessing. Like I'm down $800. Like I'm not just trying to pull a fast one, right? I don't know. People are weird, dude. But I respect it though. I respect it. I think that everyone should show executions and P&L and how many trades they take and their videos and stuff, live trading. Like I actually think it's valid. That's what I'm trying to change in the space. Whenever I'm doing well trading and making money, that'll be the difference. Is that everyone will know exactly how much money I make from trading, because that's how it should be if you're gonna try and sell people a dream, right? In a sense, every single trading influencer is selling someone a dream. I'm not selling anyone a dream yet, but eventually I will be selling a dream. If I'm making money, I'm posting videos talking about how much I'm making, right? I need to show proof, because there's no reason to talk about how much money you make and how glamorous your life is if you're not going to show undeniable proof, because then it does worse for the community than it does good. Because if someone's sitting there talking about how much money they make, and then, you try and do the strategy, but you don't really know if you have proof, you start second guessing, okay, is this person legit, all this stuff. So if you're really legit and you make money, just give people undeniable proof, because why make someone second guess? Why make someone doubt? There's already so many bad emotions and stuff you have to deal with in trading, so why make it harder, right? But that's just my kind of like mission statement with trading, and I just think everyone should be more honest. But our account balance, I didn't know you could do this. You could hover over this piece right here, and it says it like right here. I have $613 of drawdown left, distance to drawdown. So that's exciting news. That's 4 straight days of losing that I can afford. So I've been kind of slowly getting some more drawdown, right? And hopefully we can eventually, bring this sucker back. So really excited for that. This weekend, man, this weekend kind of stinked for Real Madrid. Cannot believe that Atletico Madrid collapsed after being up 2-0. Again, I don't gamble with my own money in sports betting. I use a site called Fliff. Again, not sponsored. I wish I was getting some sponsorships. But they give you some free money, and I use that free money, and I had the free $2 I had on that app, placed a little parlay, and all I needed was Atletico Madrid to just not lose, and I would have made like $60 from $2. So that was unfortunate to say the least, especially because I don't like Barcelona and I'm a Madrid fan. So it would have helped them out in the league table. But that was tough one to swallow. Watching live, yeah, it really stinked. But I know nobody cares about that. I just want to mention it because I always like in the last minute. If you're still here, you're gonna hear me talk about stuff that I care about. Because man, this trading stuff is just so boring. Like at the end of the day, like I show up and do the same thing every day. I always talk about it. Before March ends, I'm going to start posting videos, or at least start editing videos for a separate channel. I might run 2 more channels. Like I might do like dude, I want to do like another. I don't know, dude. I want to do like 3 more channels. Like I want to just separate Like I want to have a trading channel. I want to have a trading channel. I want to have like a sports channel where I talk about soccer. But then at the same time, it's like I don't know if there's enough there that I want to do that. I don't know if I can combine it with like my lifestyle stuff. I want to do like fitness / just health stuff, like a health journey, because I'm trying to, I'm into that stuff. But like, there's just too many channels. So maybe I'll do like a personal one, which is just like all the things I'm interested in, and then like another one. But I don't know, man. Like again, this trading stuff's boring. But I've tried YouTube before. I've said this before. I've tried YouTube before, and it was working all right. But like, it's just so hard to stay consistent. Like this is so easy. I don't edit these videos. I don't like make thumbnails. Like the production quality is just like, and I mean, until I have some money to buy like a camera and mic, like this is the production quality, right? And I actually see success, and it's really nice because like I love social media. I love posting videos, but it stinks though because people only watch me for trading stuff, and not really for like me as a person. But which makes sense, right? It's just an algorithm. So I really wanted to start doing my own personal stuff because like again, like trading's so boring, dude. Like I love trading. Like I love trading. I'm so excited every single day that get better and learn and talk about trading. And I would love to talk about trading to people, but like at the end of the day, like I make like it's just boring, right? Like I make reviews and I talk about my trades, what I can do better. It's like cool, that's all great, but it's just subjectively boring, dude. But that's all I got for today. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. How'd you guys do today? I don't know what I'm gonna title this video because like I don't really want to say 3-day win streak, but you know what? For all the people, because there's gonna be people commenting, oh my gosh, that's not a winning day. I'm making the title just to troll because technically it is a winning day. But yeah, I agree. It's not really a winning day. It's just like a break even. But I'm going to title the video something about 3-day winning streak, blah blah blah. And only the people that made it this far will know that I'm just kind of trolling with the title, and that any of the brain dead comments that say how I shouldn't be happy or stuff like that. I'm not like happy. I'm just kind of like neutral today. I mean, I'm happy outside trading. I'm not happy about the trading day. I'm just happy in general, right? I'm trying to bring positivity back into my life, and stay consistently confident and happy, and motivated, right? But in terms of trading, yeah, I'm not like happy. But people are gonna say, oh, you shouldn't be happy. This is not a winning day. You will lose more than you win, blah, blah, blah. All right, buddy. You clearly didn't watch the video. I will see you guys in the future. Let me know how you guys did today. I hope you guys did well. Hope you guys did better than me. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Hopefully we get a real winning day tomorrow, but we can only control what we can control. Peace.